Hello all of you, good afternoon everyone. Welcome back to the tutorial. In this tutorial I am going to discuss you how to identify the particular block, period and group of any element in a periodic table. If in exam if it is given to you any of the element to you and they told you to find out the group and period number of that element, let us see how to find out those group number and period number of any element. So I have discussed here, all of you know that periodic table contains, you can see here the periodic table. This periodic table contains 4 blocks here: S block, P block, D block and F block here. So wherein if they give you any of the element to you from this periodic table, you need to find out which group and which period number it belongs to. So let us do it for each and every block: S block, P block, D block and F block, and let us see how to identify the group number and period number here. So for S block elements, see, let me first of all clear you the how to find a group number definition here is, so the group number can be find out with the number of valence electron of a given element. So the basic finding of group is you have to count the valence electron of the given element. That means the outermost electron of the given element. So in the outermost shell, how many number of electrons are there, that gives us the group number, and the period number is the number of shells of an atom. So how many number of shells it has in an atom also, we can say it has a period number. Okay, so keeping this in mind, let us find out a tricks what is there to find out for the S block element here. So I have taken an example of S block elements. Remember, for S block you can find out number of electrons in NS subshell. So whatever the NS, that is the highest maximum nth shell, how many number of electrons are present in that, that gives us a group number, and the period number is the highest nth number, is called as a period number, right all of you? So let us find out. So already I told you here, period number is the highest number of this nth shell, is called as a period number here, and the group number is the number of electron in the NS subshell, that is the maximum NS subshell. Okay, so in this NS subshell is 3s here, and here he is having the maximum electron of 1 electron here. So this 1 electron becomes as a group number. Okay, so group number, so you can find out here. So any element of atomic number is 11, that is sodium here. So atomic number is 11, it belongs to the third period and first group here. So you can check it out from the periodic table here, it belongs to third period and first group here. So sodium belongs to here as third period and first group here. Okay, so in this way, taking out the next example here, magnesium here. Magnesium, write down the electronic configuration of magnesium according to the above principle. So magnesium is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s2. So what I told for the period is that take the maximum or the highest number of the nth shell, that is the nth shell. So here the maximum number is 3 here, so 3 becomes our period number here. Okay all of you, so 3 becomes our period number and it belongs to S block here. Already you can see all of you, the outermost or the highest number which is having the shell here, subshell here, we can call it as that block here also. So this belongs to S block here, and this electrons present in NS subshell, that is the maximum number of electrons present in NS subshell, that gives me the group number here, that is giving me the group number all of you. I hope you all are understanding, students. So let me repeat again. So first of all, write the electronic configuration. To find the period number and group number, you have to check it out the maximum number of the nth shell. So the nth shell maximum number is 3 here. So here n means the principal quantum number here. Okay, n is the principal quantum number here, where n can also be told as the number of shells here. Okay, so here the number of shells are 3 shells, you can say here, and that gives me the period number, and it belongs to S block here, and the electrons, outermost electron, that is the valence electron, gives me the group number. I hope this is clear to you. So moving on to the P block elements here. So already I told you everyone, the P, how to identify the block also is, just see the outermost electron, whatever the last configuration it has, in that the P, the subshell indicates the block here. So here the subshell is P here, so it becomes the P block here. Okay, so the last electronic configuration, check the last electronic configuration here. Okay, so now coming on to the period number and group number here. So the period number means the number of the highest nth value. So highest nth value or the number of shells, highest number of shells here, where you can find out here is the number of shells of an atom. So here P block element, aluminium has number of shells is 3 shells it has, that is highest shell is 3. So this 3 becomes our period number here. Okay, so 3 becomes our period number, and it has, what is saying is NS plus NP plus 10. That means the highest nth value S subshell, nth value of P subshell plus you should do 10. Okay, so highest strength value is 3 here, 3's number of electron is 2 here, and this 3's number of electron is 1 here. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So it belongs to third group plus 10. So it belongs to 13th group. So you need to do plus 10 here. So it becomes 13. So it belongs to 13th group here. I hope you all are understanding by using this formula, everyone. So here n means the maximum number of shell here. So the maximum number of shell is 3 here. So third one is having S subshell and P subshell. Obviously it is having S and P subshell. So the outermost electronic configuration, this P gives me the block number here. So count the number of electrons in the S subshell and P subshell. 2 plus 1, it gives 3 electrons here. So 3 electron, you should do plus 10 also. So 3 plus 10 becomes 13. So it belongs to 13th group. So aluminum belongs to 13th group and it belongs to third period, right? So it belongs to third period and 13th group. So just check it out in the periodic table, all of you. So where is aluminum here? So aluminum is here, all of you can check it out. So aluminum 13th here, third period, right? Third period, 13th one, aluminum. I hope you are clear with this one, everyone. So next one, phosphorus also. Write down by yourself electronic configuration. This electronic configuration you need to follow above principle only. So according to that increasing value of the energy levels, you have to fill it out this one. Okay. So I hope you all are clear with this. So now let us find out for this one what is a block and what is the period and group number. So the block here becomes the P block here again, because the outermost electronic configuration is having P block here. And how to find the period number is the maximum nth value. So the maximum number of shells here, it has 3 shells. Okay, that is 3 here. So 3 shells becomes our period number here. So third is the period number. And what is the group number here? So what to do for the group number is you should do NS plus NP plus 10. This is for the group number formula. Okay, so NS plus NP, NS, that is a 2. Electrons are 2 here. Number of electrons here are 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5. So it is 5 here. 5 plus 10 is 15. So it belongs to 15th group, all of you. So it belongs to 15th group. So you can check it out for the phosphorus also. It belongs to the 15th group and it belongs to the third period. Okay. I hope you all are clear with these things also. Next, coming to the D block now. I brought for D block also 2 examples. I'm sorry, it is F block here, this one. Okay. So D block trick is here. You used to find out number of electron in NS plus N minus 1D. That means what is the maximum nth value? We should do plus nth minus 1 of the D block. Okay. So let us check with an example here. I took these 2 as exception 1. Keep in mind, student, these 2 elements are very, very important. In exam, they mostly have asked you to find out the group number and period number of these 2 elements. Mostly, you can check it out. The previous year question papers also, even the pre-board paper also, they have already asked these 2 elements. So these 2 elements are very important. So this is a chromium and copper here. So chromium atomic number is 24 here. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d5 and 4s1. See, actually according to the above principle, 4s1 will be filled first, then 3d will be filled. Right. So that's what I did here, 4s2 then 3d4. But why we write 4s1 is because it has to fulfill, should be actually half filled or fully filled subshells only. Then only it can have the stability, extra stability. So these 2 elements are exceptional to us. I hope this is much clear to you, all of you. So now, outermost electronic configuration will give me the block number. So outermost electronic configuration is D block here. So D becomes our D block here. Okay, D subshell becomes our D block here. And let us find out what is the group number and period number. So the period number becomes here the maximum nth value. The maximum nth value is 4. So 4 is my period number here. Okay. What is the group number here? NS plus N minus 1D. NS. So obviously these 2 only will be my period number here. Group numbers. Electrons here are 4 and 5 and 1 here. Now actual electronic configuration is this one, not this one. Okay, all of you. So actual electronic configuration is this one. So the actual electronic configuration becomes this one here. So now, how to find out period number? Already I told you the maximum nth value is 4 here. So 4 is the period number here. How to find the group number is, we should do NS. Check the NS value here. Highest one is 4. Okay, so it is 4s. 4 is having 1 electron. Okay, so 1 electron plus N minus 1D. So N minus 1, that is 4 minus 1 is 3. 3D here. 3D is having how many electrons here? 5 electrons. Okay, so 1 plus 5 is 6. So it belongs to sixth group. It belongs to sixth group. Okay, so you can check it out, all of you. Chromium belongs to sixth group and fourth period. Okay, sixth group and fourth period. Similarly is for the copper also. Similarly for the copper also, you can check it out, all of you. So write the electronic configuration of copper and see the last electronic configuration of copper is 3d9 here. Okay, so actually it should be 3d9, but due to its exception, due to gaining stability, it should be either half filled or fully filled subshell here. So outermost should be half filled or fully filled, otherwise they becomes unstable here. So to gain the stability, this 4s will transfer one electron to the 3d here, right? And it becomes 3d10. So the actual electronic configuration is 4s1 and 3d10. Okay, all of you. So this is the correct one. So the actual electronic configuration becomes 4s1 and 3d10. Okay, so this is my correct electronic configuration from here. 3p6 onwards, then it becomes 4s1 and 3d10, not this one. It is not this one here. I just wrote here according to the above principle for filling the electrons to explain you, but this is not the accepted electronic configuration. The accepted electronic configuration is 4s1 and 3d10 to gain its stability. That's why these two are the exceptions. Now, coming to our blocks and group number and period number, it belongs to D block. So the group number is here, the maximum nth value, period number is maximum nth value, so 4 is my period number here. So 4 is my period number here. What is the group number here? Group number becomes the ns and n-1d. That is nth highest n value, that is 4 is the highest n value. It is having 1 electron here, and n-1, that is 4 minus 1 is 3. So third one D block. Third one D block is having how many electrons here? 10 electrons. So 1 plus 10 is how much here? So 11. So its group is 11th group. So you can check it out. Copper belongs to 11th group and 4th period. 11th group and 4th period. So check it out for the copper here, all of you. Yeah. So copper belongs to 11th group and it belongs to 4th period. So I hope you all are understanding here. Okay students, I hope you understood till here with the S block, P block and D block. If you still didn't understand with this period number and group number, you can comment me in the comment section. I will again explaining you in the next video. Okay everyone. So till now we have done with the 3 blocks. Now coming to the 4th block, F block here. So F block, see I wrote here on homework here, cobalt is your homework here. Do this for the cobalt also and find out the group number and period number. And tell me in the comment section how did you find out the group number and period number for cobalt, everyone. Okay. So coming to the F block here, I just took one element here. Cerium is one element, 58 number. See, F block elements are always at the 3rd group only. They are here inside in the 3D shape. You can see in the 3D structure of a periodic table, they are always into the page here, all of you. Okay. So they are always into the page. So they are always in the 3rd group only. Okay. So in the 3 dimension, I would be showing you on the screen also if you get the image of that one. Okay. So now coming back to the blocks and how to find the period and group number here. So here, so outermost electronic configuration in the block here. So according to the above principle, 6s will fill first, then 4f block will be filling here. Okay. So after filling 6s2, 6s subshell, then comes the 4f here. So outermost is f here. So 4f becomes my block here. So here the block is 4f, f block. Okay. So how to find the group is always the 3rd group, everyone. Yes or no? So the group is always the 3rd group. How to find the period number is, so period number becomes my maximum nth value. So maximum n shell. So you can see here the maximum n shell here is 6 here. Yes. So 6 is my maximum n shell here. So 6 becomes my period number. 6 becomes my period number. So it belongs to F block and 6 is my period number and my group number becomes the 3rd group. So all the F block elements belongs to 3rd group. Keep this in mind, all of you. This is the most exceptional trick I can say you to remember you in the exams, in the bits or given in the 1 mark or 2 mark questions. So finding the period number and group number is very much important question to you in your board exams. They can be asked you for the 1 mark or 2 marks or in the bits also. Sometimes they give you the wrong electronic configuration also. They can ask you the which principle is violated. So I would be discussing with the principle, 3 principles in the next video also. So and they can give you any element or any atomic number. They can tell you to find out the period number and group number. What you need to do is you need to just remember these tricks which I told you just now. So these tricks, you just remember it, everyone, and you can solve it by writing the electronic configuration. The outermost electronic configuration, the outside, the last electronic configuration will give me the block. So if you know if you have come up with the block here, you can see the trick here for the finding the group number. Okay, so the group number tricks are written all of you here. Okay, so the period number becomes the highest number of shell, the highest number of shells. So the largest number of shells, whichever it is, that becomes my period number. And the group number, already I have explained you. That is for the S shells block is NS, P block is NS plus NP plus 10, and D block is NS plus N minus 1D. F block is third group it is. Okay. So I hope you all understood here for finding out the group number and period number. Thank you all of you students. Thank you for watching, and do subscribe to the channel.